time to play the game. Time to play the game.
So when I was a child and I wanted to play some games, there was two places that you'd go. I'm talking about those weird ages where you want to play games but consoles are a little too advanced for you or you just don't have access to them. Those two places were Miniclip and Friv. And on Friv, my favorite game was one called Pamplona. Now looking back, it didn't make a whole bunch of sense. I mean, at the beginning, you have to escape from a bull. And when I say escape, I just mean make it to the end of the level, which actually makes sense because Pamplona is a real city in Spain where they run with the bulls once a year. However, the game kind of takes a turn. You can choose which country you go to and you can run from a British police officer or a naked dude in the sauna or a prostitute in Amsterdam.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Okay, so looking back, yes, the game was a little questionable, but as a child, who really cares? It's the fun that counts. So with my infinite game creation abilities, I've decided to remake the game in 3D because why the hell not? Unfortunately, we have to start here in Blender. I decided that I can't keep using free assets or buying them because, you know, the Unreal curse and stuff. With that being said, this is not a Blender progress video, so let's just run over it quickly. I started off with a tree, then more trees, failed at making a person, made a house, then a building. And then I realized that making buildings and square-ish stuff is actually pretty easy, so I actually just got to work designing and modeling the buildings from the game. And I feel like they turned out pretty well. Obviously, my mistakes are still there and they could definitely be improved upon, but no one is going to play this and go, the buildings aren't one-to-one replications. Next is the character. I followed some more tutorials and I took another try at modeling people. Big shout out to Thomas Brush for some incredibly useful tutorials on low poly character modeling. And this is what I ended up with. Surprisingly, I actually think that it turned out quite well, considering that this is my first time modeling and rigging a character. Now, with that being said, I'm just going to tell you before we get to Unreal, I could not fix the clipping on this character. I tried weight painting and everything, but nothing worked. With that being said, I've got like no subscribers and I'm literally doing this for the love of the game, so I think I'll be alright to leave it on this one occasion. I moved everything into Unreal and started building like the beginnings of a scene, and it actually doesn't look atrocious. I feel like his arse popping out while he's running really adds to the atmosphere of the game. It really shows you how running for your life and your survival can prompt you to
Stop the cap.
Do you know what? This is just the way I've decided it's gonna be. All this character work has made me forget that I actually need a bull as well to chase the character. So rather than bore you with the details, enjoy this beautiful bull footage. All right, I did it. Painfully, but it's done now. Okay, fine. Maybe I got some outside assistance. But what do you want me to do? It's a bull and I don't know what I'm doing. I'd have to make animations and all of that. Trust me, this is better for the both of us. Here is our bull, and for conversation's sake, we will call him Eugene. Now, Eugene takes a very interesting approach to obstacles in his path. He kind of just goes around them, which is slightly different to his 2D counterpart, but we'll deal with that later. In the meantime, they say the devil's in the details, so I went ahead and cleaned up the level a little bit. I added that fruit cart that's in the original, and then I added a bunch of smaller props that I just pulled off the asset store, like trees and plants, as well as a couple barrels here and there. They aren't present in the main game for the most part, but everything was looking a little bland. Now, in the game, there's a tunnel that serves as like a transition, but we don't have the resources for that. So my solution was squares, big squares. I placed one vertically and one perpendicular to that, added a texture, and voila, tunnel. Does it look like crap? Maybe. But is it a tunnel? Yes. Now, all things considered, I think that everything looks pretty good in my opinion and not a complete disaster. So let's rig up a little menu. Luckily, because I'm not making any money off the game, I can literally steal the entire Power Pamplona menu. On the subject of stealing, I'm also just going to steal the entire soundtrack because who's going to stop me? I was trying to figure out what the best way to make the bull work was, but then I just used Unreal's chaos system and I made all the obstacles destructible, which is funny because the bull just smashes the obstacles out of the way like the Kool-Aid man. Oh yeah! And to be honest, I'm actually alright with that. The bull is actually a little faster than the player, but I think that's a good thing because he comes at you like a train. Don't worry though, even if you might not always be able to see him, he's out there. He's after you, and he's... And just like that, the Power Pamplona remake is complete. It's only the first level at the moment, but who knows, maybe I'll make more in the future. If you want to play it yourself, you can find it to download on my itch.io page, but that's it from me. I'll see you guys in the next one.